Watch this video.
Girls don't play, bro. A horny woman is dangerous. I can't lie, you don't know true horniness until you meet a horny woman, bro. Like, when I tell you the horniness of a woman will out horny a man any day. Catch that girl at the end of her period or during ovulation and you're cooked, bro. She'll be asking you to do things you wouldn't even fathom. Like, look in the comments of certain videos where you see a len guy, bro. Girls will be asking them to do insane things. One girl dropped the whole color code to man's meat in a comment one time. Like, girls don't play, bro. A horny woman is dangerous.
If she talking about she go to church and she's a good girl and, oh, I'm all Christian, I read the Bible, those be the biggest freaks. They playing y'all. Those good girls, those be the ones. The ones who claim they don't do anything, they don't do nothing wrong, those be the ones. Those be the ones that break your heart in the end. The problem is, y'all keep listening to what women say and not paying attention to what they do. Women have game too. Every time they speaking, they gaming you up. You fall for it. Go to church this Sunday. Go to church, spit some game. You're going to leave about 4-5 phone numbers. I promise you.
One thing that I was not expecting to experience in my lifetime, let alone 2025, was an overly freaked out female, my nigga. I don't know about y'all, but about 8 out of 10 females that I encounter in my life either match my freak or they're a little bit lower. Until recently. And now I understand why condoms exist, my nigga. One day, me and my homie decided to hit a kickback, and we was faded as shit. We was so faded that you could have thrown a femboy in a bikini, and one of us was gonna crack. So some time passes, and this Latina chick comes up to us. Now, mind you, the Latina's archetype is actually pretty straight. It was probably a good 85 overall, nothing but gold and silver badges. So she's talking to us, just chopping it up, having small talk. But the more I talk to her, the more I start to notice something. I'm starting to notice her hair kind of fucked up. Her makeup looked like she just finished getting gangbanged. And she smelled like the embodiment of physical activity. So I go in the notes app on my phone, and I basically type, I'm like, bro, am I tripping? Or does this bitch look like clap shit? So I end up typing it, and I show my homie, and he was instantly locked in. Now, where I knew that was because we both hit the double tap, and we hit the eye contact, my nigga. We was locked in. So some time passes, and we're just having small talk, like, we're drinking some beers and, like, smoking a blunt. She ends up asking us what we're about to get into. And we were both like, we don't know. We finna, like, just hang, chill, and probably go back to the crib and go to sleep or something. And out of nowhere, bro, she cuts us off, and she asks us straight up, are we trying to tap that ass? And when I heard that shit, I immediately started cracking up, because I actually thought there was no way she was being serious. But the longer I laughed, the longer I started to realize that this bitch was not capping. She was dead ass trying to get double teamed at the homie's fucking kickback. The chillest kickback I've ever been to, my nigga. So immediately off rip, we was both like, nah, we're good. Because to keep it a bean, bro, if you're a female throwing yourself on niggas that easily, it doesn't matter what overall you are, that automatically qualifies you for a restart, my nigga. And you better hope you unlock the rebirth, or else you're fucking cooked. Because the last thing I'm trying to do is wake up with an itchy, burning penis because some bitch is trying to give out loose puss. I'm good. So when we both told her no, she instantly started grinning, like the shit was finna be a challenge or something, my nigga. So she asked both of us what we like getting done to us, my nigga. So I looked at my homie. Nigga, we was dead laughing because what the fuck are you asking us that for? Nigga, we wasn't going, so we automatically just thought the conversation ended at the nose. So a couple seconds of silence go by, and this bitch gonna start naming things she's trying to do to us, my nigga. And at first, the shit was sounding cool, like it wasn't too basic. We wasn't going regardless, but the shit she was saying didn't sound that bad. But the more her ass started yapping, the weirder the shit she was saying got. She was talking about I'm trying to eat that shit from the back. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean, my nigga? But where we drew the fucking line, which should have been that statement, was when she was talking about getting pissed on, my nigga. Bro, we both got up and we left the fucking house. And we never spoke about that day again until recently, which is why y'all are getting this TikTok now. So y'all niggas better watch out, because them females are overly freaky too. It's not just the guys, my nigga. Them female ditties are real, bro.
Ladies, you gotta be careful who you get that good sex to. You have to be careful. You can't give them everything too soon, because most men that claim they want a freak, they can't handle a freak. It triggers their insecurities. It shoots at their ego. You have to understand, if you hump a man too well, if you freak him too well, if you suck him too well, if you make him feel too good, some of these men can't handle it, and they will judge you. They will talk crazy to you about how good you made them feel. See, what you have to understand is when you freak these men, when you give them that Griselda, when you give them that, oh my goodness, right? A weak man's first thought is going to be, where did she learn that? His second thought is going to be, who else has she done that to? His third thought is going to be, I have to lock her down because I don't want her doing that to any other man on this earth. And then the fourth thought, right? Because now we're starting to spiral. Why does she know how to do this? Why does she make me feel this good? And if he really feels that in his heart, he's going to beat you up psychologically. Then he's going to start beating you up emotionally. Then he's going to start beating you up physically because he's mad at you and mad at the fact that you had the nerve to freak him so good and share that with somebody before him. He will beat you up for your sexual experiences before him as if you knew he was coming into your life. Women with good coochie will understand this post. Book your sessions. I give some of the best advice in the world.
Men always come out to say they want a woman who is hypersexual or freaky. But the truth about it is most men cannot handle this type of woman. You hear them say things like, I want a woman who is open, who is bold. I want a woman who is a freak. But they cannot handle this type of woman. They cannot handle a woman who is very open, bold, and confident in her sexuality. A lot of men are coming out to share their experience dealing with a hypersexual woman or a woman who is overly freaky. And they have a lot of interesting things to say. This video is very hilarious. Make sure you stay tuned till the end.
Nymphomaniacs. How do you spot them? Well, here are 3 signs. Is she a touchy-feely type of woman? Always initiating physical contact with you and anyone she's speaking to. This is a sign that her primary love language is physical touch, aka physical touch is how she likes to receive affection and validation. Does she look at you like a fat kid looks at cake? Always checking you out and undressing you with her eyes. And when she makes eye contact, does she bounce between your eyes and your lips? Because that means she's thinking about kissing you. It's very flirtatious eye contact. How long does she hold eye contact for? And does she hold it when the two of you are silent, allowing a massive amount of sexual tension to build up? Almost like she's testing you to see if you're comfortable enough to stare her down. These are all consistent characteristics of the nymphomaniac.
One of the worst things misogyny and the patriarchy has ever done is convinced us that women aren't freaky, okay, or aren't as freaky as men. Because I remember growing up, I used to be like, oh man, is she gonna let me hit? Is she gonna let me hit? No, the real question is, am I gonna let her hit? Are we gonna let one another hit? And look, this sounds like a funny anecdote, but it actually can cause real harm, okay? I remember early on in my early years, I was sleeping with this young lady, right? And then she told me, she was like, Bryce, I'm on birth control. And I was like, what? Like, why are you telling me this? And she was like, you know why I'm telling you this. So like, bro, and y'all know I'm fertile. I be getting people pregnant left and right, okay? At this point, I just got to walk straight forward and hope for the best. But it's like, imagine a situation, okay? Because the things, we know how people can be. We know people can be psycho. Imagine a situation where, young lady lied on that. And she was like, oh, I'm on it. And then she wasn't actually on it just because she wanted to feel the sensation, feel the rush. But the thing is, it's like young me, like I just trusted her so much. I was like, bro, it's like, she's a woman. I have to believe in her. Which in general, yes, I still do believe in women. But now I know sometimes like there's a freaky level they get to that is just as creepy as a male's level of freaky. So you got to kind of watch out for that. And also, don't let someone being selective with their partners fool you into how freaky they are. Like I know people with very low body counts who be on some crazy stuff, making crazy requests. Like, and here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you this and don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm gonna say it again, don't take it the wrong way. There's a point in your mind, bro, when you're having relations with people and you realize that when you wanna complete inside of the fortress, let's just say, the fortress wants you to be complete inside of it as well. I had no idea for the longest time, okay? Like I was like, oh man, that's just the thing men are into. Nah, bro, they like it too. And also hate protection. Hands to God, bro, hands to God. Hate protect. I had no idea. Like literally growing up, it was always like, oh yeah, men don't want to wear protection for da 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 da. But when I tell you on multiple occasions, bro, like in my like college years, it's like, oh well, can you like not? And I'm like, what do you mean can I not? Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like society needs to do a better job of like telling like growing people that like women can be deviants in that way, you know what I mean? And not in a bad way, like it's not always inherently bad, but it's like I feel like there's a lot of men, me included, like again, when I'm talking about when I was younger, I would put a lot of trust into the, like again, like she was like, oh, I'm on birth control. I was like, okay, and I just handle business. Like, you know what I mean? Like that could be very dangerous for like a young man that was in a different situation. Like I feel like we should just like start teaching people to watch out for people, instead of it being like, oh man, men are skeevy. Yes, men are skeevy, okay? But there are also some skeevy women. And the thing is, at this point, like obviously now I'm a grown man, like I've known this stuff for a while, but I'm like it just dawned on me right now, like it's kind of important probably that like I let people know, like y'all, we gotta start teaching this genuine.
Women arguably have a higher drive for physical intimacy. It's just that they are conditional freaks. Their desire for intimacy is dynamic. guys is static. So static is like this. It's guys, it's always there. We always want it. Ugly, fine. Pretty, fine. I'm exaggerating, but that's it, right? It's a static line. With women, it's dynamic. It's like, maybe I wanted a ton, and I don't really need it. I could go without it. And I think what a guy will find is that if he's in a relationship with a girl where she's wildly attracted to him, like he's totally her type, and he also is not fumbling around in the sack like he has an idea of what he's doing, he will discover that her drive is endless. It's just a fucking pit. Like, he will literally get, at a certain point, a little bit afraid of her. And the fact that the static, finite guy can't keep up with this parabolic, dynamic female nature.
When it comes to men and women of today, motherfuckers have switched places. I feel like women are acting like how men act, and men are starting to act like women. Women are so much more freaked out than they used to be. Like, men have always been freaked out, right? Since the beginning of time, men have always been freaky. They always been freaked out. But women wasn't so much as freaked out. Nowadays, when I go under these comments with these men, I mean, these women are freaked out. It's to the point where the men is turning y'all down. Remember it used to be a time where men were so freaked out, women had to just be like, no, turn them down. Bro, now these dudes gotta turn women down. That's how freaked out a lot of these women are. Desperation. Women have become so desperate for attention and just sex, and there was a time where men were desperate. They were paying for it. I'm convinced men ain't even gotta pay for nothing no more, because there is a woman out there who is willy-nilly willing to give her shit up. I don't even think men gotta pay for it no more. Am I lying?
Them church girls are dooties. Let me tell y'all a story. So, y'all, I took a little church girl out on a date. So I'm having a normal conversation with her, feel me? And since she's a church girl, I ain't really want to ask no sexual questions or nothing about, like, bodies or nothing like that. But we just eating our food. And she asked me a question. She gonna ask, do you be talking to any other bitches? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm Mr. Keep It 1,000. I said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we not dating. Feel me? I'm still trying to see what I like. So yeah, I am. So she gonna say, oh, well, me too. Oh, me too. And I'm like, I thought we was in the church. Now look, I know I shouldn't be doing that, but I just would have thought if you're a church girl, you wouldn't be talking to any other niggas. So I'm like, all right, how many other niggas you talking to? This girl gonna say, besides you, probably like 3 others. And I'm like, probably? She probably got more. She don't even know. But I'm like, oh, okay, at least you being honest. And I ain't gonna lie, I asked her a question. Straight up, I said, yo, how do you feel about talking to a lot of other niggas while being in the church at the same time? So she gonna say, well, sometimes I just be repenting. So, like, I feel like God's just gonna forgive me anyway. God's just gonna forgive me anyway. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. I wouldn't think that's a good way to look at it, but shit. So, y'all, she gonna ask me, so how many bodies you have? I ain't gonna lie, straight up, I told her, like, I don't really tell people because it's like, why does that matter? But then I asked her, I said, all right, how many bodies you got? And she gonna say, I got 0. I'm like, 0? Okay, maybe she is a church girl. But then she gonna say some crazy shit, bro. She gonna be like, well, to be honest, I got baptized, so when you get baptized, I feel like your body count resets to 0. Your body count resets to 0. I'm like, no, it does not. Who the fuck made that rule? So I'm like, yo, how many bodies you had before you got baptized? She gonna say, before I got baptized, probably like 22. So I'm like, you fucked 22 niggas. And now that you got baptized, it's 0? She talking about some. I mean, yeah. Like, what kind of shit is that? So you talk to other niggas, you do shit with other niggas, and then repent, so you feel like God just gonna forgive you for all the bullshit you doing. And then your body count reset when you was baptized, bro? Like, what is going on? Y'all, them church girls, bro, they little tooties. I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all got Watch out.
And I hate a overly freaky ass girl, cause it's like, bitch, you think I'm impressed by that shit? Hell no, I'm scared on what you gonna do next, nigga. I don't feel safe.
All these out here these days, man, you can't satisfy them because they watch just as much porn as niggas. Then roles vibrated, all the nerve endings out of her and wonder why you can't satisfy her. You ever been beating a bitch back out as hard as you can? Bow, bow, bow. You know, the step on top, the bow, bow, bow. I'm smashing her pelvis as hard as I can, and she taking it another minute by, and she like, and you think to yourself, oh, this a because another bitch gonna be like, too deep, and then you get with one bitch and she just let you. I'm like, must be a porn star. I don't even want to fuck with you no more.
Most men have a strong initial attraction for women who are hypersexual. A lot of men are visually and sexually driven, so a woman who is very open, confident, and expressive sexually gets attention way quicker than a woman who is not. A lot of men, when they meet a woman who is hypersexual or freaky, they are excited. They tend to think, oh, she's very exciting, she's confident, she's fun to be with. At first, a lot of men may think she's exciting, she knows what she wants, this could be fun. That confidence in the beginning can be very attractive, especially in the early stages. Then as time goes by, along the line, he starts to judge her. Let me be honest, no matter how hypersexual you are or how freaky you are or how you think you can be sexually expressive in the bedroom or with a man, he will always judge you in the back of his mind. There are certain things you will do to a man in the bedroom and he will judge you by it. They may not tell you though, but they'll be judging you. In the back of his mind, he's judging you. In the beginning, he's excited, attracted to her confidence, her boldness, her openness. Along the line, he starts judging her. Even if he doesn't judge her, what happens with most men is they may even become scared. And the moment he starts to judge her because she's hypersexual or freaky, the feeling starts to split. Long-term feeling starts to split. This is where their opinion starts to differ. The values, the principles, the things that he wants in a woman that he wants to be with long term. He may start judging her because she's hypersexual. Do I really want the mother of my kids to be hypersexual? Do I really want the mother of my kids to be a freak? This is the mindset of a lot of men. Now there is a shift. He starts thinking she's good for fun, but not for commitment. She's good to sleep with, but not to wife. She's great for fun, but not for commitment. They may even worry about exclusivity or long-term compatibility. There are a lot of men who will love a girl that they consider to be a hoe, but they will never ever be committed to this woman or talk less of wifing this woman, but they will never let go of this woman. They will keep chasing her, sleeping with her, doing things for her, but they will never want anything long-term. Do you know why? Because he is judging her because of her hypersexuality. The fact that she's hypersexual, the fact that she's a freak. And a lot of men think that women who are freaky or women who are hypersexual are hoes. This is the mindset of a lot of men. If you start showing a man from the very beginning that you're overly sexual, he automatically thinks that you're a hoe. You're not beating the whole allegations. If you start showing a guy from the beginning that you're freaky, he automatically believes that you're a hoe. You can be a woman and you decide to go celibate for years, and maybe something happens, you decide to sleep. You decide to sleep up and you sleep with a man. Maybe you've been for a couple of months, for a year or two without sleeping with a man. And then maybe on a drunk night, you're getting to know this guy, you like him. One or two happens, you sleep up and you decide to sleep with him. Guess what happens? This man is judging you in the back of his mind. This man is judging you because in his mind he's thinking, she's too overly sexual. I slept with her early. I this, I that. He automatically judges you from the first sexual encounter that you are a hoe. Now he sees you in that light. There are a lot of men who say, oh, I want a girl who is very hypersexual. I want a girl who is a freak. And then when you finally get that type of girl, they are scared of her. They are scared. They cannot handle that type of woman. So a lot of them start to worry about compatibility. Will I be able to handle this woman? Will I be able to match her freakiness in the bedroom? This is the worry a lot of men have, but they won't say it. Because he's not going to tell his friends, I cannot handle her, she's overly hypersexual or she's overly freaky. He's not going to tell his friends this. It's an inward battle or thought within him. He cannot tell his friends that he cannot match her freakness because he doesn't want to seem like a bitch. He doesn't want to seem like he's weak. So he won't tell them. But he's going to feel deep within him that he's not enough, that he cannot satisfy this woman sexually. And whether we admit it or not, there are a lot of men who have this problem. They feel like they cannot satisfy their wives or their girlfriends sexually. Sometimes that man doesn't want to sleep with you because he is scared to underperform. He knows that he's going to do a poor job. That is why he wouldn't even risk it. He doesn't want to sleep with you because he doesn't want to leave a bad rep about his bedroom performance. And while some men will judge you for being hypersexual or freaky, other men will appreciate the fact that you are hypersexual. Another guy will think, this is ideal, this is what I want, this is exactly what I want, this is the type of woman that I want. There are men who want a woman who is hypersexual, a woman who is overly freaky. That is what he wants. There are some men who value openness, but they still want emotional connection and loyalty. You are open about your sexuality, you're confident, you're bold, you're open about the things that you want in the bedroom. He values that, but he also wants emotional connection and he also wants loyalty. He may think this is ideal, so long as it is just with him and both of you are aligned, he doesn't have any problem. If you're freaky, if she's freaky only with me, I don't have a problem. This is the mindset of a lot of men too. While others judge a hypersexual woman, others are going to be very excited to have that type of woman. One man's poison is another man's cake. Intimidation is very common than people admit. Not all men are confident enough to handle a very sexually expressive partner. Not all men feel confident or bold enough handling a very sexually expressive partner. So men will start thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I cannot satisfy her. Can I keep up? What if I'm not good enough? Has she experienced better than me? Has she experienced more than me? And what I want you to know is a man doesn't want to feel like you have so much sexual experience than him. A lot of them will have the ick. How can you have more experience than me in the bedroom? All of these thoughts can lead to ego pressure, insecurity, and even withdrawal. There are a lot of men who have given up on women that they really like just because these women are hypersexual. The fact that she's a freak and he knows he cannot match her freakiness, he just decides to withdraw. He decides to let it be. A man doesn't want to feel like he cannot satisfy you or you have had better than him in the bedroom. That is a bruise to his ego. That will cause insecurity and that is going to make him withdraw. Even the men who are confident can feel this way. They don't just say it. Respect depends on behavior, not just sexuality. A key distinction men often make, even subconsciously. A woman who is open but respectful, selective and communicative is often respected. But a woman perceived as reckless, boundary pushing or inconsistent may be judged more harshly. So it's less about being freaky and more about how it's expressed. A lot of men are actually thinking, do I feel comfortable with her? Do we match in energy and expectation? Can I trust her and expect her to be loyal? Can I trust her and connect with her beyond the physical? If the answer is yes, a freaky woman is seen as a huge positive. But if the answer is no, it is a huge turnoff. Everything that needed to be said has already been said. There are some men who have no problem with a hypersexual woman and there are some men who dread it. Anyway, share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. What do you guys think about this video? Share it in the comment section and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.